What's up guys, it's Jordan here. So today I have a pretty busy morning. I have to go meet our surveying crew out at one of our job sites, and then I'm actually heading to a photography job that I got. So the lady that contacted me, she just needs me to go to the site and take some various ground photos as well as some aerial photos. And this is going to be the first of like 5 jobs that she has for me, but this is the only one that needs drone. The rest are all going to be just ground shots. So it should be pretty fast, like in and out, 30 minutes maybe. Well, for the drone one might take a little bit longer, but yeah, the other ones, I mean, I don't anticipate them taking more than 30 minutes, but the only thing is that they're all over the island. But the one that I have to do today is like right down the road from my house, but I have to drive like one town over, or a couple towns over, to go help our crew just for a little bit and then come back this way. She wanted me to take the photos between 9 and 11 a.m. and right now is about 9, so if I can leave by 10 from our job site, then I should be able to make it. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of bring the camera along and try to document this kind of busy day. What's funny about this site that I have to go do photos for is I actually did the drone documentation for while they were building this. It's a gas station and a 7-Eleven, and there's also Starbucks there. I used to go there every single week, every Monday, and take various photos and videos of the production while they were building the building. And then now I have to document some of these photos for this new client. Alright, that was quicker than I expected. So I just had to help our crew kind of get set up with the job. That was literally like 10 minutes. So that was faster than expected. So I can go to the site, the other site, and take some photos. Take my photos, get my drone up, and we're making really good time. It's only 9:20 right now, so the timing should be perfect. Alright, so my goal with this site is, so basically I think they're trying to document every angle of the property. So when we do land surveying, which is a totally different job, that's what we have to do a lot of the time. We're making a map for the property, so we always take photos of our sites after we finish so that we can properly draw the map based off of the data that we accumulate while in the field at the site. So we typically take a lot of photos like when we do these jobs. So I kind of have that idea in mind, but with a wider view of the actual site. So it should be fairly easy. I think I'm gonna do the ground photos first, just because when I have the drone up, there's always a chance somebody's gonna come and talk to you about what you're doing or whatever, and I just really like to avoid people, honestly, and not even bother with people, because if I was to do the drone photos first and then go out and take pictures on the ground, then somebody might approach me. But if I can knock out the ground photos really quick, then that would be great. Or jump in my truck around the corner, then launch the drone and get the photos that I need with the drone. So that's the plan and that's the goal. Alright, so the site is over there across this little grass field. The lady that hired me, this is kind of the examples that she gave me. So I mean, it seems pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Gas station. But over here we do have a Starbucks. She also wanted me to get photos of the cars in the drive-thru, because the Starbucks has a drive-thru. Yeah, over here we actually have a gas station, a 7-Eleven, and a Starbucks. So they kind of need all of that. I'm gonna be shooting with my 5D Mark III. Actually, I'm gonna turn my shirt inside out because this is our surveying company and I don't want them calling our surveying company for stuff that this isn't even related for. Yeah. I think the green shirt is kind of a good thing because they're gonna like think I'm with the construction guys because they're building a site right next to it. So I don't think anybody's gonna even talk to me. But the green shirt is good because people just think you're official. So I got my 5D Mark III, and I always shoot in manual just because, I mean, any like serious photographer shoots in manual just because it gives you more creative control of how the images come out. And the auto mode isn't super good at balancing the highs and the lows of the lighting and all that. I have my 5D Mark III and 24-70 f2.8. Since this is gonna be like a photo where I want everything in focus, I'm probably gonna be shooting around f5, f6. Now maybe I'll go like f7, f8, so everything will be pretty in focus. And then ISO is gonna be down at 100, and I'm gonna adjust my shutter speed accordingly. So I kind of get my settings kind of preset up here. So my ISO is gonna be at 100 because it's very bright out. F-stop, I'll go f9, and then I'll adjust my shutter accordingly when I get out there and start shooting. My white balance, I'll go about 50, I think 5400 should be okay. And I'll try to go and start shooting. Kind of just quickly combing through some of the photos and just picking the best ones. Some of them are overexposed and some are underexposed, so I'm just deleting them so that when I upload my photos to Dropbox, I'll just have all the good ones already and I won't have to spend time deleting the junk ones. So that was pretty quick. That was like maybe 15 minutes, and now I'm walking back to the truck and then I can launch the drone. So just kind of combing through the photos. Oh, wrong way. So what the lady did, that lady that hired me, the best thing that she did was kind of explain to me what's the purpose. And I think that's the best thing that you can do as somebody who hires photographers. You should just explain what they're actually going for. And for this situation, I think they were kind of documenting, doing sort of a post-construction documentation sort of, and just getting a full footage of the entire site, the property. And rather than just showing examples, just explain to your photographer what's the purpose, and then they can kind of make do with that in mind. So I think we got good ones here. So if anybody was wondering, I was shooting at my shutter speed was at 250, ISO's at 100, and my f-stop was at 9. My shutter speed did vary based off of parts of the buildings was heavily just covered in shadows because we have these huge monkey pod trees that are right next to the buildings. So a lot of the building was covered in shadows, so I had to adjust my exposure accordingly. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up the drone now. We got the Mavic 2 Pro, and get those photos knocked out. Now for the drone, she wanted the elevation to be at 8 feet, which is, she said was the roof height, but I think the roof height's a little bit higher. She said she wanted elevation drone photos with elevation at 8 feet, 100 feet, and 400 feet. I actually need to double check that. 8 feet, 100 feet, and 400 feet from all directions. The idea is to show property relative to the surrounding area. You may want to go 400 feet from the site. So basically just showing the property and the surrounding areas. I mean, it seems pretty straightforward. I got the Mavic 2 Pro here. I also have filters on it. I'm not going to be running filters since I'm just going to be doing photos. If I was doing video, then I'll be concerned about the filter, because you don't want it to be too bright shooting video, or the footage might come out a little not glitchy, but like crystally, and yeah, maybe a little glitchy. The image will come out funny. Since I'm doing photo, I can jack up the shutter speed. The photo should come out good. Man, I realized I just did it again. I realized I stopped talking a lot when I'm in the middle of saying something. I don't know why, I just kind of like say everything all at once. It's like my mind is moving faster than my mouth, and then I have to slow my mouth down so that I can think about what I'm saying again. Like I just did it again just now. It's super annoying. Tell me if any of you guys notice it, but I notice it all the time. So we got that Mavic 2 Pro with the Hasselblad camera. Got my SD in here, and we are good to go on this front. I should have tested this out last night and update the firmware and all that. That was irresponsible on my part. For some reason my SD card isn't working, but I can go ahead and switch to the internal storage here. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I got 8 gigs of that, so that's gonna be plenty enough for me to take the photos that I need. Just gotta make sure I'm in RAW, and color normal is fine, and manual. So I'm gonna do similar settings. I'll do f9.0, and that's what's great about the Mavic is there's aperture control, which is awesome. Actually I'll do f7 so I can bump up. I'll do f6.3 so I can bump up the shutter speed to make sure that there's no motion and blurry images that I'm taking. Our ISO's at 100, and I'll bump my shutter to 400. And photo type single shot is what we want, not this bursting 5 and bullshit. So there's a lot of cars here and trucks, and they wanted me so low, which is dangerous because there's trucks that are taller than how high they want me to go. I can go right above this truck and I don't have to worry about anybody hitting me. See, this is the thing about flying so low. You have to worry about all these actual obstacles. Just like a bird, it's way better to be up high, off the ground, safe from things. Look out for the trees, look out for the light poles. Like I said, you gotta really watch out for big trucks around here because they could hit me. I'll just take a bunch. The more the merrier, I always say. Okay, I got my low shots. Now I'm gonna come up to 100 feet and get some shots. So I have this beeping thing come on, I think at like 30%. It's at 22 right now, but it usually beeps for like a long time before I really need to bring it back down. And trust me, I've pushed it. I've pushed this limit. It's just more annoying than anything. Like worst case scenario, I could just land it straight down. That's what I always say, and then I can just drive over and go get it. That's what I've learned about flying drones, is always try to think of a worst case scenario and then mentally prepare for it. I think we did good. Not bad way to make 200 bucks. Well, she actually originally posted this job specifically for $250, and then I responded saying that I could probably do it, and she said, I have 5 jobs in total, what's the best price you can give me? And then I told her, I'll do this one for $225. I have to charge extra because I'm getting the drone up in the air. The other ones are just gonna be ground shots. So she wanted the ground shots for $110, and then the site with this site with the ground shots and the aerial for $250. And I told her I could do this one for $225, and I'll do the other ones for $100 each. And that'll just be me running around grabbing all the ground shots. Yeah, like I said, each site shouldn't take longer than half an hour. So with the driving times, it's not a bad way to make 100 something an hour for a few hours. If you guys have any questions about flying drones or doing photo or video or whatever, just let me know in the comments or message me, and I'll be sure to get back to you. I think I'm gonna end the video here, and thanks for following along. And if you enjoyed it, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one.